Alright guys, today I decided to do another settings video. I guess I do like settings videos maybe once a month or once every other month. I did change my settings a little bit from last time. Nothing too crazy, but as I get in a game right here, free for all. I'm just gonna like go through my settings just real quick and kind of explain pretty much why I use the settings that I use. So first, of course, most people know that I play bumper, jumper, tactical flip. The main reason why I play this is because I want my jumping to be with my left hand and my crouching and stuff to be with my right hand, so that when I slide cancel, it's like slide with my right, slide again, and then I can jump with my left. And that allows these combos to be done with two different hands, giving me more room to press these buttons instead of doing it with one button. So if I play tactical, which I played before, I'll just press jump, jump, and then the X button, which is all in one hand. So that is why I play bumper, jumper. And of course I play flipped because it gives me faster input delay when you use the bumpers than if you use the triggers. I play inverted look, that's preference. Left stick minimum input dead zone. I actually had somebody tell me that I should try it 0. I was thinking about trying it 0, but pretty much what it does is it gives you an immediate reaction towards tack sprinting. So when you tack sprint like this, it's just as soon as you put that little bit of input in, you automatically tack sprint. So it just makes you a little bit faster, and I've had no issues with it. So I would rather you have it at 0 than anything else. 0.03 dead zone. I mentioned a bunch of times about dead zone. The higher dead zone you have, the more aim assist you have, but sometimes that could be a bad thing because aim assist can put you in the wrong direction of where you want to shoot. So just having it like responsive, forgetting the what's it called, forgetting the stick drift aspect, because most people use it for stick drift. If their stick drift's bad, then they gotta put it higher. But if your stick drift's bad, just get another controller because it's not really gonna help you play competitive. But yeah, I want it to be like responsive, but also, like I said, I want to be able to get the aim assist too, because if I play on 0 dead zone, it's going to be super responsive like that, and I'm not going to be able to smoothly adjust and center onto somebody's body if my dead zone is too high or too low. So 0.03, people play 0.05, 0.07, those are like around the good ranges. Anything like lower or higher than that usually isn't consistent or reliable. 0.99, I don't touch these. I heard if you like put them lower and stuff, then you can actually like respond faster and things like that. I don't touch them at all. I still like the way it feels for me at 1.99, and I don't want to try it lower. 6.6, this is like my competitive settings. If I wanted to play more for movement, I would play more like 10.10 on console. I still like, if you're playing competitive on console, I think I would still suggest like maybe 7.7 or 8.8. Just like a little bit higher, but it's around the same type of thing. Or you can like, I played on movement on console when I played 15.15, dropped 27. So if you played like for movement, you could play 15.15. It's like equivalent to the 10.10 that I was playing at the time, but right now I play 6 just because it's super easy and consistent for me to hit my shots, and I don't have any trouble killing people or turning on people, so I like 6.6. 1 ADS, I talk about how 1 ADS I use a lot because I want to be able to track people when they're doing a lot of movement. So if you go across my screen, if you jump all the way across, if I have 1 ADS, and usually I just like ADS, I hit fire and all this stuff like that. But even if like, I don't know, for some reason it was inconvenient for me to do that, it would be easy for me to track them all the way over there. And let's just say I had like a kilo or something, and I'm tracking somebody with the VLK like really far. If they like, I don't know, somehow are moving super fast with the parachute and they're getting closer, I'm able to track them super fast, and I'm still really accurate with 1 ADS, so I don't have any desire to change it from that. I don't ever try to change it higher than that, but some people like going lower, like 0.95, 0.9, and maybe 0.85. Those are probably like decent ranges, but for me personally, I never ever like to change that. I always like to have it on 1.00, and if I ever feel like my 80 or my sensitivity is too fast or too slow, then that is when I put it on like 5.5, 7.7, or just go there. I never really change the ADS multiplier, and when I put it on 10.10, I still play on 1 ADS, so I just don't like changing that at all. And I like keeping everything the same, so I don't have a custom sensitivity per zoom. Dynamic, it's really a battle between dynamic and linear. Maybe I'll go back to linear just to try it and get a new feel of the game. Linear, I do feel like is a little bit more harder for people. Dynamic is just super easy aim assist. It just goes and snaps onto the guy. Really nice, and it's a good feel. But linear, I explained in a lot of videos too, that it actually makes you turn corners faster, making you run faster across the map, and you can even snap on people a lot faster, like mouse and keyboard. But I do feel like it makes me try super hard, and either I want to have like a nice relaxed game, or maybe I want to play more consistent. And sometimes I'm snapping super fast on linear, I'm like boom boom boom, but then like I snap and I miss, I overshoot or something. I don't know. I feel like linear is a lot more try hard compared to dynamic, and dynamic is like nice, smooth, consistent, and you can get a lot of easy kills with dynamic. So I do think that dynamic overall is just like a really good option. Standard is probably like, I liked it in multiplayer. It was pretty decent, but I don't think it's that great. I don't see anybody playing standard anyways, not recently. Controller vibration disabled. The only person I think who played with this on that I knew was Bearpig. I don't know if he still does, because he wants like an extra indicator that he's getting shot, but I think it kind of messes with recoil control maybe a little bit, or maybe just mentally, so I have that disabled right there. Aim assist standard. If you guys don't know what scale aim assist with FOV, I made videos about it a long time ago, but pretty much when you have it disabled, you get the same amount of aim assist as 80 FOV. When you have it enabled, you get the same amount of aim assist as 120 FOV, and this is very important too, because yeah, you get more aim assist with this. I kind of say if you want to play more of a close range player, you could play disabled. I think Diaz Pitfall plays disabled, a few other people, but a lot of pros do play enabled too. So this can be a bad thing, because if the person is far away, right, and I have it disabled, then I'm going to get a super strong cooldown, and it's going to be really hard for me to track the guy because I have a small iron sight. So I'm going to be missing a lot of shots with it disabled. Of course, people are going to be like, oh, you have console aim assist, right? You're able to get a lot of aim assist right here. That's overpowered. Well, actually, if you're shooting somebody very far away, you're going to be missing a lot of shots, and it's not really going to be beneficial for you at all. But close range, if some person like just jumps across here, you can literally hold your analog stick all the way over here, and you're gonna have a super strong cooldown right when it gets to the person. So it's very easy to track the person, very hard to mess up. But if you have it enabled, which I play, it is pretty, like, it's more difficult tracking closer players. I still have no problem with it because I don't need that super easy, oh, I could just turn my analog stick all the way over there to track the person. I could just turn it a little bit. I'm really good at tracking, and I'm good at the game, so I don't need that. And then I'm able to track people super far away and make micro adjustments with my 120 FOV aim assist. So that is why I use that. Everything else should be like the same, you know, tap slide behavior, automatic tag sprint. I change my FOVs sometimes. I play 120 FOV right now. I haven't changed it in a while, mainly because I get the biggest field of view, and I used to change it lower because it actually gives me like a little bit more sight far away, and on top of that, it's easier to hit my shots, easier to get aim assist. But I haven't really missed any shots, haven't had any problem tracking people or hitting all chest shots, headshots with 120 FOV. And a lot of pros used to play lower FOVs, and they've been switching to 120 FOV. So I just don't see any problem with that at all. And of course, the recoil control, the recoil, the way it looks, you know, the visual recoil is super reduced. It's pretty much zero recoil when you have the 120 FOV compared to having that lower FOV. And then camera, make sure you have this on 50%, because I think the higher you have it, it makes it like more shaky or something, just to be how do I say it, just to be realistic and stuff. And then this doesn't really matter. The only thing I really have for this, I have my graphics settings on my second channel, the 6th Seal, where you can check that out, because a lot of people like my graphics. I just keep it on normal. That's the main difference. If you put it on very low, it's like, it's gonna make the game look a little bit worse. I don't really see too much of a difference, but most pros play on very low settings for the input delay and stuff like that. I personally play on normal because I have a good PC, and I really don't play professionally. I just play public matches and get a lot of high kill games there. So I don't think changing the, you know, I don't think changing from normal to low or anything like that is gonna make a huge difference in me getting a lot of high kill games. So those are really, yeah, I guess those are really the settings that I have. I had DS4 settings, but of course I made the video of where I don't need DS4 anymore, because you can use PlayStation controllers on PC. You couldn't do that before, so I don't do that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.